Talk about low-budget flights, no food or movies? I'm out of here. I like running better. Welcome back, YouTube viewers, to another video. So, it's finally time for me to talk about Sonic Movie 4. Everyone else is talking about it, so I gotta talk about it. Yeah, I already reviewed Sonic Movie 3. To summarize it, it's the first of these movies that's actually good. Third time's a charm. I really enjoyed it. Definitely had some issues, but it was really good. And I am very excited to see what they got in store for us next. Because, yeah, a few days before the third movie even released, they announced that in spring 2027, we're going to get the fourth movie. Which means it's a longer wait than it was between movie 1 and 2, but a shorter wait than it was between 2 and 3, which is fine. I mean, that does tell me that they're probably still bringing in the same screenwriters, which I think they should use some new writers, which should help. But anyway, so I'm going to be talking about what do I want to come see next from this franchise, and maybe a bit of what do I think is going to happen next. Let's start off with the Shadow spin-off that everyone's talking about because it's going to happen. Some somewhat reliable leaker named Daniel RPK says there's going to be a Shadow spin-off, and yeah, it's pretty likely, but people are asking, is it going to be a feature-length film, probably released on Paramount Plus, not in theaters, or is it going to be a Paramount Plus show like Knuckles? First things first, I want to talk about it being a movie, which I don't think that's going to happen because you can say, well, Shadow's a super popular character. Sure, he could sell a big blockbuster movie, but here's the thing. I don't think he could. I mean, maybe, but guys, as popular as he is, yeah, Keanu Reeves and all that, but people still want to see Sonic movies. What average person is going to see a Shadow movie? We as Sonic fans, yeah, of course we want a Shadow movie. Why wouldn't we? But you gotta think that as marketable as he is, it's just not realistic. Even if it happened, I don't think it would do that well at the box office. Um, I think it's gonna be a Paramount Plus show like Knuckles, except if it is, let's hope they did what the third movie did, which was take the criticisms, see what how the second movie messed up and improve upon it. Hopefully, if they do a Shadow show, it can improve on what the Knuckles show was because it has some fans, but almost everyone hated the Knuckles show. Whether it be the video titles, the Knuckles show is for nobody, the Knuckles show is a shameful disgrace, etc., etc. That show is barely even about Knuckles, and you could say, oh, it cost too much to make it, but no. Even with the budget, it should have been about Knuckles. They just wanted to make some stupid Nickelodeon live-action sitcom. That's what I heard Comic Fan 13 compare it to, and he was right. And besides, I think if they want to do a Shadow show, they might make it about Shadow or for real, or at least give him some more screen time. I mean, I think they are willing to put more budget into a Shadow show than they were for Knuckles anyway. So who knows? What do I want from a Shadow spinoff? Well, one, what do I think is gonna happen? People say, they're gonna have to balance it out with a human character, and if they do, it'll be Agent Stone. Yeah, okay. I don't like Agent Stone, but he was a little better in the third movie than he was before. In the first movie, I could not tell you anything about him. When I saw the second movie in theaters, I was just thinking, wait, who is this guy again? Same thing with Wade. I didn't remember anything about him. And then in the second movie, he was just creepily obsessed with Eggman for no reason. It was kind of uncomfortable to watch. And the third movie, he was a lot more bearable, even though he still wasn't that interesting. So yeah, I think it could be about Shadow and Agent Stone teaming up for something. Maybe we'll get a few more flashbacks with Maria. That's what I want. I mean, maybe which we already got a good amount in the movie itself, but maybe get some more stuff with Gunn. I mean, it's pretty clear that since Commander Walters, or Abraham Tower, I'm going to call him because I don't care about his movie name, is dead, and the new Gunn commander, who has no personality whatsoever, who is is not even a character, doesn't seem to like Team Sonic, so I don't think she likes Shadow either. Maybe the show that heard people suggest about Shadow trying to get away from them, having to fight off Gunn. Maybe Gunn builds Omega. Because thinking, well, what if Omega is just something Eggman built a while ago and never released? But I'll get into why I don't want that to happen later and just be Gunn built Omega. Why not? Maybe we could even dive more into Shadow's backstory, because it seems like he came from the Black Comet, like in the games. Maybe we can get something about that? I don't know. All I know is that we're probably going to get a Shadow spinoff. What matters is what is really about. I think we all know we're gonna get that spin-off though. Okay, Sonic movie for itself. So it's pretty obvious this is gonna take a lot of inspiration from Sonic CD. You know, Metal Sonic and Amy were in the post-credit scene. First, I want to talk about Metal Sonic because he's way better than Amy. Let's be honest. So it's just Sonic is attacked by an entire army of Metal Sonics, and it makes me think that these are just your generic beat 'em up robot drones like Egg Pawns or something, and then they'll be who don't even speak. They'll be led by Neo Metal Sonic, who will be able to speak and all that, because it's going to be Neo Metal Sonic. If they need to have a leader. If they have to have a leader and he looks different, he's got to have that cape and the huge sharp head and maybe even the lightning. I mean, imagine how awesome it would be if he were in the movie. And not to get my hopes up too much. But then they finally meet him and he just stands above everyone with the lightning and all the dramatic music as he says something to the effect of, I don't know, hello there, Sonic, my loathsome copy. Okay, now I really want to see that. I just came up with that on the fly. But yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. So I said that something about I think it'd be better if Omega were built by Gun and not Eggman, because I'm thinking that Metal Sonic, you could also do that with Metal Sonic, where he's built by Eggman and then he just wasn't released yet, and I think that's a better. I think I'd rather do that for Metal Sonic than Omega, but I wouldn't want to do it for both of them because then that's too repetitive. So let's go with that. Some people are saying maybe there's time travel. I'm just saying no. Save time travel for 5 and 6. No, we're not going to that quite yet. And just, well, why do you even need time travel for this? It doesn't make sense. So yeah, what I'm gonna say is it's Eggman built Metal Sonic, and he never got released. So let's say he's like Mega Man X, where he's just sitting in a pod, being slowly built by the pod until he's finally ready to come out. And then he I don't know bided his time. He found that Eggman was gone off with his grandfather and Shadow doing the events of the third movie. So let's say he slowly started building an army or something and upgrading himself and whatever. Why is Amy here? Just I don't know. I don't have an explanation for that. Maybe she she came to Earth because other Mobians were on Earth and she wanted to help out. I don't know. Because I feel like that might just be too similar to Tails going after Sonic and trying to find Sonic in the second movie. I do not care about Amy. I'm pretty sure I made that clear by now, but just that she used to be really annoying. Now she's just boring. It's not a character. Yes, she had her scene with Shadow in SA2. That's really good. We all acknowledge that. She has a few decent moments in Archie. I liked her in Sonic Boom, but that's it. I don't care about Amy. I don't know why people like Amy. She's not a good character. That's all I have to say. And it seems they're gonna make her one of those strong female characters. Oh boy, but here's the thing. People are saying, oh, she'd be like Peach from the Mario movie, and I thought that Peach in the Mario movie wasn't the worst. I mean, it still ends with her getting captured by Bowser, and Mario and Luigi have to save her and all that, and that's good. That's well and good. But they made her just a little too tough, I guess. I mean, a character doesn't have to be almost perfect to be strong, which I think is something Hollywood really is never going to understand. These days, Hollywood thinks characters either have to be perfect or they have to be wimps. There's no middle ground. I mean, you still get some good movies today these days, but whatever. Okay, how do I want Amy to be characterized though? Just play her more like Archie, which yeah, I may not have been that big a fan of Archie Amy, but I think she's the best you could do with something like that, or maybe more like Boom, where yeah, she's tougher, I guess, but I mean, she still does like Sonic. It's just that's not her entire character. But she's also not like she is in Sonic Frontiers, where she just stands around waxing poetic about vague nonsense that is really hard to understand. I don't know. Just Also, one thing I'd like to take from her Boom character is that she tries to act calm and act like she's the peaceful, nice one. In reality, she has horrible anger issues. The episode where Eggman is this Hulk parody and he has to go to anger management for a brief scene and he says to Amy, "You're teaching anger management? You're a bottle of emotions waiting to pop." And she screams, "I am the perfect example of I don't know what she said, but okay, I'm spending way too much time on this. Just Sonic Movie 4, Amy goes to help out, Metal Sonic is the villain. Please, Jim, I know Jim Carrey said he might return, but just no. The only way to undermine sacrifice from Sonic Movie 3, I cannot stand Jim Carrey. I've made that clear by now. In the first movie, he's good, you know? But in those sequels, he is so obnoxious. You do not know how many times I cringed in that theater during the whole stupid Robotnik's laser dance scene, the virtual reality thing that just went on for way too long, all of his dumb lines like, "Granddaddy-o, we got some dirt to do, man." That's what it sounded like to me. I don't. What about when he flosses in the second movie? I hate movie Eggman so much. But whatever. Hopefully, Jim Carrey is gone as Eggman. Please. But yeah, Metal Sonic's new villain. Sonic tells Knuckles and Amy they gotta fight Metal Sonic. Shadow might not be here because he's doing stuff in his spin-off. Whatever. Sonic movies 5 and 6. Now this is what I want to talk about. Silver and Blaze, please give us Silver and Blaze. These two get nothing these days. They're just spin-off fodder and IDW fodder. To be fair, Blaze is one of the only characters in IDW who's actually characterized well. And while Silver is not that good if you're trying to write Silver the Hedgehog as just a character in general, he's fine. And he's not nearly as awful as... He's not even close to as awful as IDW Sonic or, I don't know, Shadow, and... He's also not flanderized like, Omega. I guess he kind of is, but... Or he's not just boring like Tails and Knuckles, but whatever. So, I think 5 and 6 is where you introduce time travel, and Silver and Blaze should be the last characters they introduce. Okay, we can get Omega in the Shadow Show. You know, give us Rouge. If it may be there too, throw her in. I don't know how you'd throw her. Maybe she's an agent of gun. I don't know. Maybe you could toss her in a Knuckles Season 2 in case that happens, but they say they also want to put the Chaotix in Knuckles Season 2 if that ever happens. Look, there are so many Sonic characters, and I love so many of them, but you can't fit all of these into one movie. I'm not asking for Avengers Endgame, because Avengers Endgame sucks for one, but aside, what I mean is that we can't have a movie with, I don't know, 12 Sonic characters in it because the amount of money it would cost to make something like that, unless they have to put in all the humans, and you'd have to have the stakes be so high. It's just that I think you should say if you want to put in the Chaotix, put him in just a spin-off show on Paramount Plus and nothing more. Omega and Rouge are definitely viable for the movies, but how you want to work them in is a whole other thing. But Silver and Blaze, what I was talking about, which is that I'd say have Sonic, Silver and Blaze travel to Sonic's time to say how because he wasn't really able to defeat Metal Sonic at the end of Sonic Movie 4, and he started destroying the world and all. They've come to save the world from apocalypse, and you can kind of make it like Infinity War and Endgame, I guess, where it's a two-parter, and maybe you can toss in some, I don't know, I don't think they're going to do Mephiles, and I think that might be going a little too far. You could have Shadow come back in 5 and 6 with Team Dark, and look, they're just... You could have Metal Overlord maybe at some point. I don't know. There's so much you could do. I just want to see Silver and Blaze. And okay, talk about fan castings. For Metal Sonic, I know they're gonna have him cast as a stupid celebrity I've never heard of, but please bring in David Sobolov. I've said that multiple times. He played Shockwave on Transformers Prime. You cannot tell me that voice is not Metal Sonic. He even acts like Metal Sonic. I mean, come on. For Amy, look, they're gonna cast a celebrity. If I have to go with celebrity, I'll just say, back after the second movie came out, a lot of people were saying some lady named Anna Kendrick. I've never heard of her, but heard some voice clips of her as Amy. She sounded like she'd be pretty good. I'll just say that. I mean, I do want her game voice actress, Cindy Robinson, because she actually plays the character and is a real voice actor. But that's another angry rant for another time. A tale for another time, as Loar would say. For Silver and Blaze, yeah, again, I want their game voice actors, but if you're asking me to recast them, Here's the thing, I don't know or care about any of these modern celebrities. I mean, I will say that whoever played Peach in the Mario movie might actually make a good Blaze, but I'll go with her as Blaze. But for Silver, I don't know. Silver's a hard one because you have to really capture the essence. I want to say Yuri Lowenthal if we have to recast him, but it's not going to be Yuri Lowenthal. He's not famous enough for that. Never mind that he's Ben 10 in Spider-Man. But um, who could you pick as Silver the Hedgehog? Yeah, I got nothing. Look, all I say is Silver and Blaze traveled through time, stop Metal Sonic from the apocalypse, whatever. Look, that's what I'm going with. In conclusion, that's what I want to see next in the Sonic movies. I know this video started off organized and just became me ranting about stuff, but when you have basically no information on something like this, you just gotta do the best with what you can. Oh yeah, I am still genuinely excited for the future of this franchise. I'll recap my thoughts on this trilogy one more time for those of you who still don't know. The first movie, I loved it when it came out. I was so excited for the second one. I hated the second one. I was a 2 out of 10. Then I decided to rewatch the first one and it went from a 9 or even a 10 to a 5. Second one I rewatched went to a 3. Wow. It still sucks. I hate Sonic 2. Sonic 3 was an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I thought that, yeah, it looks really good, but with how bad the second one was, Knuckles, well, why should I expect it to be good? No, it was really good. Barring Jim Carrey, but whatever. So yeah, Sonic Movie 4, Shadow spinoff, please don't disappoint us. These movies have finally restored my faith in this. I finally have faith in this movie franchise, and they better not disappoint. Oh, and maybe you could have What I Made Of play. I don't know. That's all for now, and as always, remember to stay way past cool.